YouTube, what's going on? I'm actually going to start this video off by saying there is a sucker born every single day. And for this video, you're looking at one, all right? Why am I saying this? Well, if you notice the website, this is PFF. Yes, I have become one of many now that have paid for the PFF subscription. Why? Because I can't choose player names in trades on any other site. If you guys find another site where I can actually select a player name here, please let me know, because I do not like what PFF did. I was not happy giving them my money. Whatever. We're going to start off there. Yeah, not happy. Guys, I want to apologize for not the consistent uploads. I've actually been balling out on MLB The Show lately. Been playing some video games. Got back into that a little bit. And honestly, work has been crazy. So, Two-Tone had to go corporate. So, but you guys don't care about that. Let's jump into this one. I'm actually going to put CJ Stroud to the Panthers going numero uno. I just think he's a better fit. They're going to want to move him around a little bit. He could take a hit, not worried about Bryce Young, who's going to go here. And I just think he's probably a better fit for that system. And honestly, that offense is looking nice. Bringing in Adam Thielen, I don't think people are giving enough credit for that move. What the hell's going on here? Like, you guys. Sorry to give you the money shot. Damn. Can you guys see me? Like, hello. There we go. All right. We got pick number 2, Bryce Young. Best passer in this draft, but his size is a concern. All of that is a concern. Not many QBs in the history of NFL done very well at that size, but as a good fit, good offense, it's going to be the right move. I don't really have much more to say about these top 3 picks just because it's so repetitive. I'll switch these back and forth here and there. It's just so repetitive for me that it's really hard to keep up on and not bore you guys. We got Will Anderson here going pick number 3. Best defensive player in the draft by far now. Jalen Carter is completely falling off my board. And let's be honest, he's going to go in, replace J.J. Watt. It's going to be a hell of a pick. He's going to be a stud there. Any edge coming out of Alabama, any defensive player coming out of Alabama, and you have to expect some pretty good IQ coming out there, some pretty good game recognition as well, good awareness. So Will Anderson is going to be a freak of nature coming off that edge. Love this for the Cardinals. Now this is where things could possibly get interesting, all right? For this mock draft, I am going to sit here and leave Lamar Jackson alone. All right? The reason I'm going to leave Lamar alone is because they're so far apart on the Ravens, and I don't think any team is going to sign him and give up those 2 first-round picks. Also, I don't know necessarily if any team is really going after him with how his contracts and everything gone. Don't get me wrong, teams are interested, but I don't think any team is necessarily that close. Okay? He could go here, but for this mock, I'm not going to put him there. Here, I'm going to say pick number 4 is going to be either Will Levis or Anthony Richardson. Now, if you haven't seen, the body transformation that Will Levis has done from December till now is insane. I have one thing here, though, that is a problem, and why I'm taking Anthony Richardson over Will Levis. The reason? Upside. Man, this kid is crazy. If you saw his pro day, he rolls out left and just flicks that ball, and it can go 50 yards. Crazy athlete. He's going to be able to move on that offense. Him and Jonathan Taylor in that backfield is going to be scary. That's a scary sight to see. All right, he's got the weapons, all of that. I love it. Do not get me wrong. I love it. So, Anthony Richardson, one of my favorite players in this draft. Guys, another thing. I will be live the entire NFL draft on here on YouTube. I will be live the whole draft. After, I will be putting out draft grades for every single team in separate videos. So if your team does not come out in the first week, please be patient. I will work on it. All right? I will be doing live. I will be going live during the entire NFL draft, discussing, answering any questions in the comment section. I'll pull up PFF for you because I do not want you guys to pay for this. All right? If you guys want to see anything on PFF, tune into the channel, leave a comment, anything. I will give you this. I do not like what they did. All right? So we got to keep this mock draft moving. So we're on to Seattle. All right? What do we think about Seattle? Do they still have analysis? Yeah. I don't like Jalen Carter going there anymore. I see his name right there. I like Tyree Wilson going to Seattle. Tyree Wilson's going to go 5, arguably one of my other favorite picks in this draft. All right? Why? Well, look, 6'6", 271, runs like a deer, first line, no edge prospect, manhandled offensive tackles more than Wilson last year. That's a defensive lineman who can play for any scheme. Right there. That's what Seattle loves. All right? That's what Seattle loves. Going to be an all-around defensive lineman. You can put this kid anywhere. Now, this is where things can get a little weird as well. Anderson's not there. Tyree Wilson's not there. They need wide receiver. They need tight end. They need defensive interior. Sorry about that. I'm going Christian Gonzalez. I just think for value-wise at pick 6, I love them. They definitely need it. And let's be honest, it's a hell of a pick. This kid's going to be a rock star on the next level. And defensive interior, they have another pick at 18. They don't necessarily need to go defensive interior just yet. All right? So now we got the Raiders on the clock. Normally, I probably would take Jalen Carter here, but there's reports that they're not in on him anymore. The reports have came out that they're not in on Jalen Carter anymore. They do need offensive line, and that's why I'm going to do the smart thing and taking Peter Skoronski here. They do need a corner, but I'm going to take Skoronski for the sole fact of it's the smart move. Jimmy G, you're going to bring Skoronski in, whether you want him at tackle, whether you want him at guard, that's the selling point. You're bringing in a new QB. You got rid of Waller. Now you got the receivers. You got Jacobs. You got all that. Solidify that line. We can work on the defense in the later rounds. The reason I didn't go cornerback here for them, it's deep. Deep draft. Very deep draft for it. All right? Skoronski just makes more sense. Bringing in Jimmy. It just bear with me. I still see him as a tackle. Some people see him as a guard. Until he's proven that he can't be a tackle in the next level, he's going to be a tackle to me. He needs to be proven wrong. All right? That's the way I'm looking at this. Now we're going to sit here with the Atlanta Falcons. All right? They said that they like Desmond Ridder. All right? They're going to stick with Desmond Ridder. They have Heineke. So here's my thought process for the Falcons. You're sitting here, okay? You still have Will Levis on the board. You still have Will Levis on the board. Okay. I don't know if that's necessarily the pick right now. Why? Because next year, you have some nasty QBs that are going to come out. All right? Realistically, if Ridder doesn't work out, you're probably going to be in the top 10 to 15. Then you make your moves for the QBs next year. I don't think that they should go with Will Levis at this point. So, I'm actually going to do something different here. I'm going to have the Falcons trade with the Commanders. We're going to give up the 118. All right, they're giving a first this year and a fourth this year. And they're going to give up a second-round pick next year. All the move up. All right? So, boom. here are the Commanders moving up, and they're going to pick Will Levis. Why? Because it's 100% necessary. I don't see, if Will Levis falls to 8, why they won't. To be honest, it's really their only question on that offense. And if Atlanta can do this and move back, for the exact reason that I said, you're stockpiling draft compensation for next year as well. Why? 2 second-round picks. You got a first-round pick next year. Now you can give a first, and now you have draft capital to move up to get the QB that you want if Ritter doesn't work out. All right, Will Levis, I like him. I think it's a good pick here at 8. This is going to be hella weapons for him, too. And it's just the right move for both franchises. So I know I keep saying I have Carter coming off. I think he comes off here at 9. I know I want him to fall out of my top 10. I got to be honest. Even if he gets past here at 9, I could see the Eagles taking him. But Jalen Carter, if he pans out to be the player he's supposed to be at pick 1, this is a steal at 9 for the Bears, and it's a risk the Bears can honestly take. It's a risk the Bears can definitely take. Jalen Carter, we all know the off-the-field issues. Showed up, looked fat and sloppy for his pro day. There's no other way to put that. He looked fat and sloppy for his pro day. But pick 9, going to the Bears. Is what it is. Here we go with the Eagles. All right, it's hard. What do you Eagles fans say you want? That's exactly who I was going to go. That's insane. Brian Branch, going to the Eagles. Why? Your secondary is always all over the place. Slay's leaving. Slay's not. I mean, Bradbury's gone. Bradbury's here. C.J. Gardner-Johnson's gone. Now you got Brian Branch. He can play all over that secondary. He can do whatever you want in that secondary. All right? Swiss Army knife. Can play the slot. Play outside. Really do whatever it takes on that defense. Only thing he can't do is line up on that defensive line. He's a hell of a tackler. For under 200 pounds, he's a hell of a tackler. I know his 40-yard dash wasn't necessarily good. His play speed is much different. All right? Paris Johnson Jr. to the Tennessee Titans. Titans fans, if you keep watching my mock drafts, I'm sorry. I just don't see why in the world you would not take a tackle at this position. It's so needed for you guys, especially losing Taylor Lewan. Not that he really played. It's just so needed. Oh, you can see my other monitor. That's crazy. It's so needed for you guys. You guys love the hog mollies in the front. You guys love to win the trenches. You got Derrick Henry. As long as Derrick Henry is there, your offense is going to be pretty much game planned around him. So let's help him win. All right, so Houston Texans went Bryce Young, went 1. I may do a little flashy pick here in that. I was thinking that. But Brandon Cooks is gone. Yeah. All right, I'm going to give you them Jackson Smith and the Jigba. Brandon Cooks is gone. Jackson Smith and the Jigba. One of the top one of the top route runners in this draft. Sorry for the distractions. I am technically working while making this video. I'm just trying to get it out on time for you guys. Jackson Smith and the Jigba. I mean, my only concern about him is his health. Other than that, he's an all-around receiver. His route tree is going to be ridiculous. Look, 6.57 second 3-cone drill and 3.93 second short shuttle were the best figures of any receiver in attendance. Ready? If you don't have a well-defined slot role in your offense, Jackson Smith-Njigba isn't worth a first-rounder. If you do, he should be your wide receiver 1. Ready? Look. Where he can improve? Very little. 6 foot, 196. The kid's quick, very quick in and out of his cuts on the routes. This is a hell of a pick. I love this pick. All right, so now we got some Jets news coming out. All right? We got some Jets news. And what is it? So late last night, I got some Jets news of saying the Packers are willing to back off of the first-round pick compensation, and they're looking for multiple second-round picks. So, we're actually going to mock this out here, all right? We're going to give Aaron Rodgers to the New York Jets for boom, 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 boom. 2 seconds, another second, 3 seconds, and a third. All right? We're going to force this trade. I think it's fair. I really do. Realistically, how long does Rodgers have? 2-3 years? I think it's fair. Aaron Rodgers to the New York Jets. All right? I just want to do that out here. Why? Because I paid for PFF and I can trade players. Why? Because I'm a sucker. All right? I have to get that off my head. It's bothering the shit out of me. It's bothering the shit out of me. All right, so now what do the Jets do if they do this? Well, we are going to take... I'm going to take Broderick Jones. Why? Please, for the love of God, Jets, if you get when you get Aaron Rodgers, let me rephrase that, please do not rely on Mekhi Becton playing for you. Please don't. Mekhi Becton is not reliable. He's played like less than 100 snaps in 2 years. Like, please don't do that to Rodgers. Give him time. Draft a tackle. And watch the magic that Rodgers can do. And let him show you the reason he brought you in there. All right? Let him show the reason. Let him show you. Do not rely on Mekhi Becton. Damn. All this analysis has literally taken my picks. Lucas Van Ness to the New England Patriots. Okay? Why? Because Bill Belichick loves players like Lucas Van Ness, and he's going to know exactly how to use them. Ready? Van Ness has one of the weirder prospect profiles in the draft class, but it's one I'm willing to bet on. 6'5", 272. All right? What is his role? Van Ness played nearly all of 21 season as a 3 technique for Iowa before kicking outside more often this past fall. He trends more as an edge defender in the NFL, but he can fill either in a pinch. Belichick loves versatility. Is Belichick's name all over it? Okay, he has a history of taking guys like Lucas Van Ness. I can easily see Van Ness going here. Now we got Green Bay. Rodgers list. Jordan Love at the helm. What do we do? All right, let's see. Nope. Yep. I am taking Dalton Kincaid. My eyes, the best offensive tight end in the draft. All right? You got to do this for Jordan Love if you want him to be successful. You have to do it. You have to do it. All right? I don't even know who the tight end is on that roster at this point. I really don't. All right? The wide receivers are okay. Not necessarily. You don't need to draft a QB. They're going to go with Jordan Love. 100% they're going to go with Jordan Love. Tight end, defensive line, safety. That can be addressed later on in this draft. All right? So, Dalton Kincaid is going to come there. Hell of a pass catcher. Very good after the catch. Not the best blocking tight end in this draft. I'm going to say he's serviceable, but it's a hell of a fill that Green Bay needs. Like, terribly, they need this. All right, so here we are. We have the Falcons swapping with the Commanders. All right. So they move back. They get some draft capital. And what do? They still hit a home run. Miles Murphy. All right. They're going to move back, get the draft capital, and take Miles Murphy still. I mean, what a home run pick. Home run pick for Atlanta. Home run draft for Atlanta. If this happens, I'll be sitting here screaming on draft night saying that is an A-plus move for them. 6'5", 258. The guy we saw as a freshman was a lock top 10 pick. Where'd he go? Yeah, he's been a little downhill since then, but he'll be okay in the next level. All right. I don't necessarily know if he's going to be game breaking. I'm not going to sit here and put him on the same conversation as Will Anderson and Tyree Wilson. But for the value, this is exactly where you expect this kid to go. And I think it's a good team for him to go to. I think he's a good fit for Atlanta. Scheme-wise, is a good fit. And honestly, at pick 16, I like the value. And it's definitely a position of need for the Atlanta Falcons. Now, I'm going to do the smart move here for the Steelers and taking your tackle, even though I know you guys want Joey Porter. And I know it makes sense to get Porter, but I'm going to do the smart move and take your tackle. And I'm going to do... Anton Harrison is a better pass blocker, but I'm going to show you the exact reason why I'm probably going to take DeJuan Jones here, especially Pittsburgh. 6'8", 374. Ready? He has to be put in a certain role, but in that, he could dominate. If you have a mobile QB, this is the guy you want at right tackle. Kenny Pickett is mobile enough. DeJuan Jones is huge. Najee Harris is in the backfield. Pittsburgh, throughout their history, wins at the line of scrimmage. You're not beating this kid at the line of scrimmage with that size. All right? You're not beating this kid with that size. That's disgusting. Now we got Detroit Lions. Now, I'm going to take College and Kansas. Why? Well, what did we do with your first pick? Christian Gonzalez. We're going to stick here with the defense. Why am I not going receiver or tight end? Well, I don't necessarily know if they should really go with receiver or tight end at this point because there's depth. Definitely depth at tight end. So the reason I want to go College and Kansas is because just picture him on that line with Aiden Hutchinson. Seriously, just picture him on that line with Aiden Hutchinson. This kid is going to be quick off the ball. He's going to be a pass rushing defensive interior. All right, look at his sacks. Almost hit double-digit sacks each of the last 2 years. Look at his hurries. You don't get this from a 6'1", 281-pound kid. All right, ran a 4.67 40-yard dash. Yeah, he may be a little undersized, but come on. He's going to be so quick, it's going to be tough. He may have to start off as a designated pass rusher, but he can truly excel in that role. There's little doubt he's going to impact QBs at the next level. I'm telling you. Him on that line, Aiden Hutchinson's going to be a problem. Going to be a problem. I could go Brees, but I'm going Anton Harrison. And it's a very simple answer. So you're going to grab Anton Harrison. Why? Well, Baker Mayfield was one of the worst QBs. He is brutally bad under pressure. Anton Harrison is one of the best pass blocking tackles in the game. Let up 4 sacks. Let up 4 sacks in almost 1,700 snaps. Look at the games he's played. Kid is crazy. Harrison could have really upped his draft stock with another year in a college weight room. He may have to be redshirted out the gate, but I'd bet money on him being a plus pass protector in time. They need to go there. Whether you're going to stick with Baker Mayfield for the future, or you're going to stick with whoever you draft, a new QB, Blaine Gabbert, I don't know. You need a tackle. And this kid is going to be a hell of a pass protector. All right? So now here we are with Seattle. Who'd they do? They went Tyree Wilson with one. Now, guys, why don't we get a little flashy here? I like Jordan Addison. Here. Jordan Addison's going to go to Seattle. Very good route running, very good route tree, and you're going to pair him with Lockett and DK Metcalf. I love this. I absolutely love this pick. That takes their offense. Their offense was pretty good. But that even makes it to their next level. You got Noah Fant at tight end. You got Metcalf, Lockett, Addison. Then you got Kenneth Walker in the backfield. And let me tell you, if Geno has another year like he did last year, ooh boy, this offense is going to be clicking. And they have young talent on defense. And you got Bobby Wags back. All right, you got your defensive captain back. Welcome back home, big man. Got the Chargers on the clock. I am a Chargers fan, and that's exactly who I want. I have Zay Flowers coming off the board. I know what you guys are sitting here saying. What about Austin Eckler? I don't vision him leaving the team right now. I will change up some mock drafts if that's the case. But Zay Flowers, he's not going to be your 50-50 guy. That's not what they need. They have Mike Williams, all right? Look. He's also available all the time. Ready? 5'9", 182. He may not have a large frame, but Flowers is filled out well enough that his size isn't a massive issue. 4'4", 240, 10'7" broad jump. We're stocked, solidifying. Ready? You want to add... boom. You want to have a dynamic offense? Zay Flowers is your guy. He gets the ball in his hand, and you're going to watch this kid make people miss. And this is exactly what the Chargers are missing. All right, he's going to come in and probably play that DeAndre Carter role right out the start. I don't necessarily know he's going to be wide receiver 3 because they have Williams, Allen, and Josh Palmer. And they're probably going to have to cut Keenan at the end of next year. This kid is definitely going to need to fill the void. I'm going to sit here and say, as of right now, I can't predict where Lamar is going. I can't even predict what he's going for, so we're going to leave him here. And if that's the case, if this draft falls this way, Devon Witherspoon is going to go here. I know they need receiver, but Devon Witherspoon is literally so much value at this point that they can't pass it up. All right, this kid's supposed to be a top 15 talent. I just have him falling because of the way the draft is falling. 5'11", 181. Ready? Witherspoon may not have an elite physical skill set for the position, but his senior year tape was as good as we've seen in our 9 years of college grading. First off, if anybody respects PFF's college football gradings, you're out of your mind. All right, he's going to definitely be an island cornerback 1. He plays a little aggressive. I don't mind this. He plays aggressive. That's fine. All right? He's going to go to the Ravens, who honestly are looking for an identity as a team at this point. And that's where he's going to go. Now we're going to hit here back-to-back. Maybe to back. Boom. Joey Porter Jr. going to the Vikings. All right? They need help at corner. Patrick Peterson, in plain English, sucked. I don't know how else to put that. Patrick Peterson sucked. Okay? Boom. Look, his passer rating, that's rough. But, look, Porter is a high football IQ cornerback with the kind of size and physicality everyone is looking for. If he was slightly better athlete, he'd be a top 10 pick. 6'2", 193, going to a pretty desperate defensive back room in Minnesota. Now here, we may have a third straight off the board, and we're gonna. All right, boom, Deonte Banks. There you go. All right, you see run on 2 receivers, then you see 3 straight corners. Deonte Banks. This kid had a flying 40-yard dash. Already 6 foot 197, ran a 4.35 40, 42-inch vert. Banks has all the physical traits of an all-pro corner. He just needs to be more consistent with his technique. Guess what? You can't teach that shit. You can't teach size. You can teach technique. Incredible. Love this pick. Love this pick. All right, now I get into a little trouble here because all these guys are gone. Do they still need corner? Yeah, they can go corner. They can go safety. I don't like Emmanuel Forbes here. I do like Cam Smith. I kind of want to do a flashier pick for them, and you guys are going to have to hear me out. And some of you may not be happy. I'm going to give them Quentin Johnston, all right? And I'm going to explain why. Kenny Golladay did not work out for you guys. That's obvious, okay? That's obvious. 6'3", 208, 40.5-inch vert, and 11'2" broad. It's all there. Johnson has every uncoachable physical tool. This kid's going to come in, play the X receiver, give Daniel Jones that last piece that he needs on offense. They want a receiver. There's your receiver. I think the corners, you should wait. I think it's a little high to take here. We're going to have to wait. All right, now we're on to the Dallas Cowboys. Damn, you guys are crazy with this. I'm giving them Bijan Robinson. Why? It's such a Jerry Jones pick. You got Tony Pollard back there. Zeke is not coming back. Jerry Jones loves flashy, man. He loves flashy. 5'11", 215. Robinson is about as well-rounded as a back as you'll see in the draft. He's one of the highest floor players in this draft class. What's the issue? You don't take a running back in the first round. Guess what? Jerry Jones can give a damn less about that shit. He's going to take Bijan. Now he's got his two-headed backfield again, and it's going to be crazy. All right? Boom. Bijan. No. I do like Osiris Torrance. I don't see my guy here. So, what does that mean? Two-tone. Let's find him. I do like Osiris Torrance here. It's hard for me to pass. They need a guard, man. It could take... I'm going to just do it. I'm giving them Osiris Torrance. People aren't giving this kid enough credit. Osiris Torrance is going to go there to protect Josh Allen. Why are people not giving this kid enough credit? Well, there you go. You see those 3 zeros? That's exactly why. Exactly why. Look at his pass block snaps. Look at his hits. Look at his hurries. Come on, this kid's a lockdown. Torrance is a plug-and-play guard who's best suited for gap schemes, but I wouldn't pigeonhole him by any means. 6'5", 330. Come on. Start giving this kid credit. Him along with... Let's find him. Boom, 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 boom. Darnell Wright. Darnell Wright's going to go to the Bengals. All right, another very good pass blocker. They bring in Orlando Brown, but guess what? Jonah Williams is upset. Jonah Williams is upset. He wants to be off the team. Well, there you go. Now you got your tackle to replace him, and it's the right move. You got to keep Joe Burrow up. You're probably going to look. You're trying to extend him at this point. I would love to see what the hell that extension is going to be. Him or Herbert, man, those extensions are going to be wild. So, there you go. All right, here we go. Wrapping up the last 3 picks. These are kind of easier for me. I know what you guys are saying. There's still some good value on this board. There is. There's some definite good value still on this board. All right, so we're actually going to give the Saints Nolan Smith. Kid had a blazing 40 in 4.39. I mean, Smith is unique in so many ways with a lot of projectable NFL traits. he'll likely be more of a productive pass rusher in the NFL than he was at Georgia. Teams are going to be able to know how to use him. And to be honest, Saints offense is looking pretty good. We just got to fortify that defense. We really do. We have to fortify that defense. Now we're coming here to the Philadelphia Eagles. So who do you guys want in the back end? No, yes, no. I'm going back to what I said yes on. Will McDonald. Will McDonald's going to go here. You guys love to rotate those defensive lineman pieces. And let's be honest, I like Will McDonald here. I have him either going here or to the Chiefs. It's just the right move. It's just the right move. Ready? McDonald's tape is inconsistent, but it's because he was grossly miscast. Watch him purely as a stand-up edge, and you'll see why he's a top 50 player, and that's exactly how they will use him. All right? 6'3", 239. I mean, the Eagles are going to know exactly how to use this kid. Now we're going to end this one off with Brian Brees. All right? Brian Brees is going to end up this draft. Why? Because he's going to go to the Chiefs, play next to and learn from Chris Jones. Chris Jones can play anywhere on that offensive line. Honestly, I just wish the kid well. I know I say it in every video just because I really, really mean it. Brian Brees is going to go there. They need help on that defensive interior. Not really need help, but they need another piece other than Chris Jones. And if Brian Brees can be anything like Chris Jones, that's a home run pick, and this is hella value. All right, guys, so some stuff to focus on here. We got the first three off the board. This is known. I like Anthony Richardson going 4. I have Jalen Carter falling to 9 to the Bears. We got some movement for Will Levis. All right, we got a trade moving for Will Levis. And we got Zay Flowers. We got a run on 2 receivers. And we got a run on receivers and corners here. And we ended off with the trenches. We ended off with the big boys in the trenches. Other than that, guys, stay tuned. I'm going to keep rocking out some of these mock drafts. And make sure you hop into the live during draft day. Just say what's up. I'm going to be going over every pick, every team. Maybe, if you're a Chargers fan and we pick Zay Flowers, I'm going to say, well, we chose Zay Flowers, why and why I don't like the pick, and who else is on the board? Who could we have gone, or what other moves could we have done? I'm also going to follow live with the PFF draft. I'm going to pull up every single player that's drafted and talk about their comp. Please don't pay for this. I will show you live on the draft. Do not give PFF your money. All right? I'm going to be stuck on this for a little bit. Not that the $10 hurts, but it's bullshit what they did. All right, guys, thank you for watching. As always, have a great day, and God bless.